Good evening, viewers. Lawrence Iwebe is my name. I am a senior consultant with Realtors Group International. Today, I am bringing you intel on how you can purchase land in France without being scammed, and also general knowledge on properties and real estate in France. Before I move into it, please do like our channel and subscribe to our channel so that whenever we come up with intel, you'll be able to get it first hand. And when you have any serious property question across the globe, please stay so in the comment section so that we can do a video for it. We are dealing with property globally. Now, in France, there are two major type of ownership: full ownership or plain propriétaire, and then joint ownership or what they call co-propriétaire. These are the two major types of ownership in France. Plain propriétaire, what it does, it gives full ownership. One person holds the full ownership and gives the person the right to use the land and black it, use, and the right to take the benefits from that land, that is fructose, and the right to also dispose the property, abuses. Now, for the joint ownership, which is co-propriétaire, it comes in two categories. That's where two or more persons own a land. It arises out of like husband and wife, or a family, or even partnerships buying property together. But it has two major subgroups. That is joint ownership and not joint ownership, joint tenancy, and then tenancy in common. Just like in other countries, joint tenancy is meant, it's not the way it sounds, that way it operates. Joint tenancy, of course, it's meant, it was fine with husband and wife, where when the husband or the wife dies, any of them, whoever that is survivor takes over the entire property. But in French legal system, the children, they have a way to factor in the children into the operation so that they also inherit something. So at death, when one dies, the other person takes over the entire property. So if the wife dies first, the husband takes over. If the wife takes the man takes over, dies first, the wife takes over the property. But French law protects the children so that they also get a portion of that property. Now, the other, this is tenancy in common. Tenancy in common are often reached. So in case if you are buying a partnership, be aware that that's the, don't draft any other, don't go into joint partnership, joint tenancy, because if you do, if anything happens to you or to any other partner, the co-owners inherit everything, nothing is bequeathed to the state. So the right agreement to draw. If you are a foreigner and you are buying land and you are jointly buying land in France, let it be under tenancy in common. Make sure be very particular about this, because in tenancy in common, if one person dies, his own portion or her own portion of the estate passes on to his estate, and there's a way they determine it. Sometimes 50-50, let's say that only 2 people. But if there are many, maybe they share it according to the percentage of the financial commitment during the purchase. So be aware of this. So in France, there are two operating, there's French legal real estate operations. We have the cadastral or the fiscal map. They call it fiscal map. Fiscal is not as fiscal as FISCAL, fiscal map. And the legal, the land registry or registré foncière, that's what they call it. So the physical map or cadastral, its main preoccupation is to provide information on location of the land, the area of the land, and the most importantly, the tax information on that area where that land is located. Because tax is very, very important in France, especially land taxes. Then the registrar foncier, which is the people, the registrar, the land registry actually, that's where all documents are done, the deeds, that's where they are formalized and finalized. That's the people that do all public recording updates, public if there's a sale, they do transfer of ownership and do update the public record on land. These are the operating law in France. Back to, it's not only joint ownership and full ownership that are the classification of land ownership in France. There are also what we call usufruct. Usufruct is like what we do here in Nigeria, where a property owner sees down his property to a developer who develops it, raise money, rent it out and recover his money and profit for a definite time and return the land back to the owner. Do you understand? They call it usufruct. There's also bare ownership. Bare ownership arises out of where, like an estate settlement, where the estate of somebody that is deceased, the person that is clearing it for the person for him. Of course, he owns title to that land, but he can't make use of the property. Do you understand? Because it belongs to the beneficiary, the testator has named. Do you understand? Even though he's only right with it, he cannot take any benefit from it. He can't sell it, he cannot retain it, he cannot do anything with it. He can't even use it as creditors because no, it's land, but it's holding right to it. These are all the laws, all the classifications of land in France. Now we go straight to buying of land. First of all, the question that does for non-foreigner and for foreigners, do you require a visa to buy property in France? The answer is no. And are you restricted from anywhere across the globe to buy property in France? The answer is also no. However, not one thing. Citizens of EU come to France anytime and buy any property they like without any need of visa. But non-EU citizens also don't require visa. You can come to France and buy any property. If just 1 week, 2 weeks, and buy a property and go. But or even stay in your country and buy it. But if you are going to stay a long time to perfect your purchases, in that case, you require a visa. Now, if these conditions are met, then the next thing that will concern you if you are serious in buying land is to do what we call property search. And the best way is done in France is that you contact the estate agents or estate companies to search for the land for you. They are on ground, they know what is on ground. All that concern you is for you to, if they get something, they say, this is what I got, and then you know what to do. So you need the services of an estate agent or estate company. At the moment, does Xerox have an operational office in France? No, but we are perfecting the office in France. It will soon be ready because we are going to have offices in all the European countries and across the globe. But as of this moment, we have not finished the office in France. But if you require estate agent or lawyer in France, a notary in France, I will help you to get one. All you need to do is that contact me and tell me so. Maybe at my email address, which is there, you know where to find it, or in the comment section. Now, once this land is found, just like in other countries, through your estate agent, you have to make an offer. It's unlike Nigeria here, where the seller of the property is the one that is telling you the price and you are bidding. No, in France, like in some European country, America and Canada, you have to be not America, in Canada and the UK, you have to be the one to make an offer. If that offer is acceptable to the owner of the property, in that case, the deal will start from there. And then, if it's acceptable, the deal, you have started stage 1 in the deal. Then the next thing is that you involve your lawyer who will draw up an agreement which is binding. Before this agreement is signed, make sure that you are serious in buying because it's binding. However, if you are going to if you are a foreigner or even from EU and wish to use French mortgage institution or mortgage bank or mortgage brokers or fringe banks to pay for this land. In that case, you have to get the approval before you make an offer, because if you don't, it may be a cumbersome process for you to start. Maybe after you made the first deposit and then start running up and down France to start looking for who is going to take care of your further payment. So now, once the offer is accepted, you make down payment of between 5 to 10% of the purchase price of that property. Then get the lawyer to draft up that agreement. Once the agreement is drafted, the lawyer now have to move ahead to do a more diligent property search. You know why? That diligent property search will search out for encumberment, taxes, and liens on that property. You may not be aware. The lawyer knows where to go, and also make a proper search in the registry, that is a registrar foncier, to find out if there's any encumberment in the land. Because if you don't find this out and make the full payment and you become the new owner, if there are any liabilities on that land, you're the one that will pay for it. So that means, but if there's you find out in time, then you deduct it from the full payment, so that to settle the liability. But once the money enters the hand of the property owner, you are down and out. So that's the sense of this. Once that is done and there's no problem, then the next thing you do is to arrange for full payment. And once full payment is made, either your bank pays or you pay property, you get the keys to the property and they're yours. Now, once there's evidence that you have paid everybody, and but you have to sign the agreement or the deed agreement, which is the deed agreement. Once you sign that deed agreement, then the lawyer moves ahead. If there's evidence you have paid the lawyer, the estate agents, the lawyer move ahead to the land registry. That is registrar foncier, and they perfect your document, and then your deed is issued. So everything starts with the land registry and still end at registrar foncier and end there. Be aware that it doesn't buy land in France does not confer automatic residence in France, so you still have to apply for this, which may be rejected or accepted.